Happiness has never been so high on a young person's priority list. And with the potential of such high-flying careers, there's no shortage of pressure. But with this desire to fit in and impress comes feelings of failure.
I was just feeling a lot of self-doubt, and that in a way I didn't really deserve my achievements, and that somehow I just cheated my way into the positions I was in.
This is imposter syndrome, feeling like a fraud, that you're not good enough and that you don't deserve what you've accomplished. When Anita Amini started her job as a computer programmer, she felt like an outsider.
Like first and second jobs, I kind of thought that somehow I cheated my way into them. I kind of somehow tricked people into hiring me.
20-year-old Ife Grillo also struggled with self-doubt when he joined his university's debating group.
I felt so isolated and so alone. And I remember speaking and just feeling like I didn't believe the words I was saying. I didn't feel like everything I was saying was relevant and was important.
44% of Generation Z, who are young people aged between 9 and 21, say they are always anxious. Half of them say they are worried about themselves, and a third of them say they have imposter syndrome.
I think the really important thing to understand when a client comes for therapy is why is that individual experiencing what they believe to be imposter syndrome, what's going on for them, what's the context for them in their lives that means that they feel for whatever reason that they're not good enough, that they don't belong, that they don't deserve the success that they have.
Some argue imposter syndrome has always existed, and it's only because a younger generation are more aware of their feelings that it's opened up a conversation.
I think they're much more candid and honest about when they feel insecure, when they feel like they don't belong. And that's, I think, really empowering.
Hetty Brown runs a college scheme aimed at nurturing gifted and talented students. And for her, imposter syndrome is a reoccurring theme.
Probably the number one barrier in the way of students achieving what would be a kind of aspirational outcome is themselves. There's a barrier put up by the student who says, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve to be there. And sometimes I have to sit down with them and get the evidence in front of us and say, look at your grades, look at your achievement. On paper, you absolutely deserve to be there.
Taking up hobbies outside of work and making more time for herself has helped Anita. Climbing has given her a better work-life balance.
The way they chose to spend their time and the way I chose to spend my time was different. I like to spend my time doing other things as well. I don't want to just code. So just don't compare yourself to other people, is what I would say.
Words of advice that she hopes will provide a source of comfort to others whose journey to self-belief might feel like an uphill battle. Ashna Harinag, ITV News.